What's up guys, Sand Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and in today's video we'll be going over the 10-star difficulty for the Kizuna Clash Summer Luffy. So in this video we're going to be going over the free-to-play, pay-to-win, and a one-for-all team. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video for the team prep that I didn't have a one-for-all team ready at the moment, but I would have let y'all know if I did. So I actually do have one ready at the end of this video, but first we're going to go over all the free-to-play and pay-to-win teams. Now there's some teams that did change up after I did test out the teams I made for the team prep, and some of them didn't work too well. They didn't work the way I thought they were going to work, so I had to make some changes to them. You'll see that in the video. I explain why I had to make these changes. So without any further ado, let's get started. So starting off, we're going to be looking at the free-to-play team for the strength variation. So as you can see, the team is actually a little bit different than what I initially put out in the team prep, and that is because I totally forgot that Ashura Doji, while he doesn't do the defense down to the enemy, he still gives you the conditional boost, which does override Black Maria's conditional boost of giving you a delay conditional. So I had to change up some units around. So instead of using the Blackbeard and the Ashura Doji, we're going to be using the Hody Jones Coliseum unit with the support of the Van Decken unit, which does get rid of 2 turns of Special Bind when you're inflicted with it. And that's for the whole team, so you're actually able to get rid of alternate Special Bind with Hody and his support. And we're going to be using the ores also from the Coliseum to get rid of 4 turns of the Threshold for us, and then Arena Drake is actually going to get rid of the rest of it for us, and then everything else actually goes as planned. You get the ore boost from Black Maria, conditional boost from her, you get the attack boost from Sanji, the chain lock and the color affinity from Drake, and the matching orbits with the Kylo Big Mom. So everything else goes pretty smoothly, and I would like to say it does roughly around the same damage, but I'm not too sure. I didn't really look at the calculator for this one, but I would only assume it does around the same damage, so just watch out for that. I totally didn't realize that the conditional boost was going to activate for Ashura Doji still, so that was just a mistake on my part right there.
一生ここにいないの。私が飼ってあげるからさ。帰れよ。お前はいつもわがままばっかりだ。
And so looking at the free-to-play team for the Dex variation, as again, I had to switch up some units around because I didn't realize that for some reason, didn't think the HP would change at all during this entire run, but it did when I activated the superclass special of Roger, who I for some reason, I didn't think the superclass specials would boost all the stats. I thought it would just boost the attack stats. And so when I activated the superclass special, I realized I wasn't at full HP, and I couldn't get the Rebecca's condition boost to activate. So instead of using the buggy, we're gonna be using the Coliseum Morley to give us the conditional boost for this fight here. He does it for 3 turns, and he also does defense down to the enemy for 2 separate turns, depending on if you hit your perfect or not. And it actually enables us to beat both this stage and the last stage there. And like I said, everything else goes just as planned. You're using Roger for the resilience and defense removal. You're using him for the base attack boost, Hamepo for the color affinity, Marco Ace for the attack boost, and the Versus Ace for the chain boundary and the and his orb boost. And Rebecca's going to be for the chain boost there. So everything else goes as planned. It's just again a mistake on my part, not realizing how the mechanics of the game works apparently. But overall, this team actually did pretty well. Still did upwards of somewhere near the damage I had put in the team prep, so it still worked out pretty well. Alright, so now for the one team I did not have to change at all. This team actually worked out just as planned, so no changes here. We're using this is for the the quick variation. We're going to be using the Roger and the Luffy as our captains with Sabo on here. Not Sabo, what's his name? Yeah, Sabo's on here. Sabo and Silver Mask, there we go. Silver Mask, we got Zoro and the Luffy Ace Treasure Map unit right here. So everything else goes as planned. We're going to use Roger to tank the damage on this stage right here with the Frankie. It's going to cut our health in half and then paralyze for 2 turns. So yeah, we are actually able to take the damage here. And also for the pay-to-win team, we're also still able to take the damage here. And for the OneVAll team, we're able to take the damage here. And you'll see how we do that on those teams later on in the video. As you can see, we're actually gonna able to get the bigger chain boost from Silver Mask from our perfects. If you include Zoro in your hits, then you're able to get all your perfects out, so you can get the bigger chain boost. So we get the maximum base damage of what I outlined in the team prep here. We get the ore boost from Luffy, like I said, the base attack boost from Luffy. We get the attack and the color affinity boost from Luffy Ace, and Sabo's going to give us a chain boundary effect. And we get somewhere near the damage I outlined in the team prep, like every other team I've shown you guys today. So looking at the pay-to-win teams, we're going to be looking at the strength variation with the Dofi and the Kid team I outlined in the team prep. Now, one big change I made to this team was in the comments I had mentioned that I made a mistake in assuming the Luffy special, the Luffy support on Blackbeard would be able to get rid of the paralysis for us, but it actually does not. I just assumed that because of the Corazon and Rayleigh support, and I assumed it worked the same way, but it does not at all. So I'm going to be using the Kizuna Jack unit instead, who gets rid of 6 turns per paralysis for us, and gives us a kill affinity boost for strength driven and powerhouse units, which is basically everybody on this team here. And so we're actually able to we don't have to use the Kamazo support on the Kid anymore. It's a way better kill affinity boost, so this actually works out way better than I thought. And then when we get to the third stage, obviously everything else works the same here. The only thing we don't have now is the superclass special of Dofi, because I assumed that the Luffy support activate, which would activate his superclass special, but since I don't have that anymore, we don't get the stat boost for driven units here. There probably is a way to do that, but at the time I just didn't think about it until I got here. I was like, oh crap, I don't have any way to get the stat boost at all. But we still are able to do a lot of damage with this team here. Now, I do forget to switch ulti page 1 here. You definitely should switch with them. I mean, you do lose that on a quick unit if your boss's strength like mine is right here, but I'd rather have more damage output than just throw it away basically. We get the attack boost Orbis from Kid, chain boost, base attack boost from Dofi. We get rid of threshold with Dofi and Bellamy support, and we get the conditional boost with ulti page 1, because this is the team that I made after I got past the 10 million HP threshold, so we do get the conditional boost here, which does help us output a lot more damage. Alright, so next up we're going to be looking at the pay-to-win team for the Dex variation using the Straw Hat crew as our Frank captain and Ace as our captain, along with Toki, Roger, Brooke, and Queen with Jack support. So this team worked out pretty well. I did have one small problem, which when I first tried this team out, I totally forgot that the last stage has a random primary color barrier for orbs or whatever, and I only got rid of Ace's orb to get the strength slot on the last stage with the VV support, and I had got a quick barrier, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta actually exit out the game for this. So just make sure when you activate the Straw Hat special like you do here, make sure you get rid of the Brooke, Roger, and Ace's orbs so that you can get those orbs on the last stage with Ace's special. Because if you don't, you're gonna have to restart basically. But everything else works the same. You got Toki activating on stage 2 to target herself and the Straw Hat crew, and we're using everyone else's specials. We gotta use Brooks for the chain boost and base attack boost. We got Aces for the orb boost and the chain battery effect. Roger's gonna get rid of the resilience for us and the defense up. And the Queen here is going to give us the conditioner boost for defense on enemies, while the Jack support unit on him is going to actually reduce the defense of the enemies, which analysis do a lot of damage. Now, I actually didn't get to attack with all my units, but it was going to be a lot of damage regardless of, as you'll see in this clip right here.
パイレーツに任せとけ。